Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to meet you. So for people who don't know anything about the film, how would you introduce what it's about and your character in particular?
It's a very personal story. It tells the story of the Troubles in 1969 in Belfast, and it's genuinely just a story about a young boy in the midst of all of these events. And my character Moira, she is a troublemaker, and she is always up to no good, which I think describes her fairly well and her role in the film.
I mean, working with Kenneth Branagh, but also an all-star cast, Jamie Dornan and Judi Dench. What were some of the highlights of working on this project?
Oh my goodness, there are so many. I mean, especially to come out of lockdown, to go into working on this project, such a special project. I mean, was such like a welcoming home, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it's just getting to be with all of them and getting to discuss this project and enjoy the script and the story for what it is, because it is incredible, was just moment enough. Yeah, it was amazing.
And it's about a very specific moment in history. So, did you have to go back and research stuff? How did you prepare for the role?
It's something that we learn about in school, and to get to relive some of the moments that you only see in clips from news from the 60s and 70s and read about in your history books, to get to actually be in the moment there, it creates another kind of understanding of what was going on, and yeah, it definitely puts things in perspective.
Yeah, and it's a bit of a nostalgia trip, but also can be nightmarish. So, what do you hope people take away from watching it?
I really hope that people take away just the importance of family and community and coming together, especially in the time that we are in with COVID and coming out of lockdown. It is a scary time for all of us, but this film, even though based in 1969, is just as relevant as ever, of that we all need to stick together and look out for each other. So that's what I hope people take away.
And do you have any highlights from being on set with people like Judi Dench and Jamie?
Oh my goodness, so many. Definitely one of my favourite moments, though they do not involve Jamie or Judi, is we were filming a scene in which we have to run up an alleyway, and Ken asked if we would like music to run up to. And Jude requested the Peppa Pig theme be played as we ran up, which is quite a contrast to 1969 Belfast, but it worked. So that was definitely a moment to remember. Thank you very much. It's such a compliment. I watched a lot of Derry Girls, just to hone in on especially girls speaking in a Northern accent. I feel like there isn't a lot of female representation when it comes to Northern Irish accents. And then I watched a lot of Daniel Day-Lewis and In the Name of the Father. I think I literally watched it on repeat just to gauge the accent. But those are my go-tos when it came to the accent. I don't know if she was inspired by anyone, but she's very cheeky, she's very naughty, and she's a troublemaker, which so much fun to get to play. God, absolutely incredible, especially just coming out of lockdown and being stuck in your house. Yeah. To get to work was just amazing in general, but then to come and work with Sir Kenneth Branagh and Dame Judi Dench and Ciarán Hinds, Katrina Balfe, Jamie Dornan, Jude Hill. I mean, such a breath of fresh air and such an amazing experience, and a true welcome back, I think, to the industry. Oh my goodness, so ridiculously excited. Yeah, I mean, the feedback that the film has been receiving has just been unbelievable, although incredibly deserving of it. But to be a part of something that is getting such deserved recognition and being so loved by so many people, I mean, such a surreal experience, and I cannot wait for everybody to be able to see. I'm so proud of it. I definitely think it was like coming home, if that makes sense. I've worked with the crew before, and I'd worked with Ken before, so being able to work with him again, I mean, what an honour to work with him again. But yeah, it genuinely felt like coming home. I think I was definitely more at ease knowing everyone and having done this before, but of course there's still that, it's a different project, so it's a different story and a different approach, so it's always something new, so there's always different things to think about. Oh my goodness, she is so much fun to play. She's just a troublemaker, and I think anybody will tell you getting to play something that you maybe are not particularly on a daily basis is just, you revel in it. And yeah, she's so cheeky and has the best one-liners and quick-witted, and so getting to be able to play that and get to play off such amazing actors with that quick wit and the amazing script that Ken wrote, yeah, definitely so much fun, so much fun. It's quite a welcome back to come back in after being in lockdown, to come and work with, Dame Judi Dench and Sir Kenneth Branagh and Ciarán Hinds and Jamie Dornan and Katrina Balfe and the amazing Jude Hill. Yeah, it was an amazing experience. Not extra pressure, but I definitely felt so honoured and privileged that he included me in this story. It's so personal to him, and to be a part part of that. I'm so incredibly honoured that he allowed me to be a part of it. Oh, it was a learning experience for me, definitely. I watched a lot of Northern actors and their films to pick up on the accent, and I think I got there eventually, but yeah, learning experience. I watched a lot of Derry Girls at the beginning, and then I moved towards In the Name of the Father. I think I watched that on repeat. Yeah, that was